has drastically shifted from the traditional coffee shops to modern coffee shops with automated coffee vending machines, exquisite ambiance, and customized service techniques, which accelerate this market. Let's welcome Mr. Jaime Brown, CEO of Coffee Planet in Dubai, which is the largest specialty coffee business headquartered in the United Arab Emirates, with a strong presence in the Middle East and beyond. Welcome.
Is that working? Hello? Cool. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm going to take you through a bit of a journey around the Middle East. I'll do a brief kind of look back at the heritage, but it's more important for me today that I want to share the opportunity that exists in the region for us. So to start with, just to give a bit of background around who we are. So I'm Jaime Brown. I'm the CEO of the Ludlow Coffee Group. And within the group, we have a group structure of Coffee Planet, our brand, and Jigsaw Coffee Company, which is the new brand for our roastery business. Our business started back in 2005 when there was a call for specialty coffee to come into Dubai and into the UAE. Since that time, our business has evolved, and we're now present in many B2B and B2C channels across the region. And we also, within our roastery, not only roast our own brand of Coffee Planet, but we also roast for private label for many international brands across the globe. And what we've seen as a business, it's that the region is on a great journey. The opportunity is incredible, and I'll hopefully take you through that as we go through the presentation. But before I do that, this clicks on. Where it all started. Now, I'm not going to tell everybody in the room the story of all this because I hope you're all aware of this, but obviously it's important for us to look back around, where the myth, where coffee was discovered. But it's important because it's where, from the region that we're focusing on, it's important to highlight this is kind of where the region where it all began. And there's still many traditions and the evolution of how coffee is consumed within the region. Now, when we look at the Middle East, which obviously covers a vast area, and there's huge coffee consumption opportunities across the Middle East. For the purpose of the presentation today, I'm going to focus more on the Gulf Cooperation Council. So this is the GCC. So this is a intergovernmental, political, and economical alliance across these nations. And this is where there's a big opportunity for us, and the UAE and Saudi in particular. Now, Dubai, which is where I live, where our roastery is based and where our business is based, is only 52 years old. So it's part of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. It's 52 years old. I'm just going to share a brief video with you now, which just shows how Dubai specifically has transformed over the last 50 years. Amazes me how quickly it's changed over time, and I can vouch for it because I live in the city. There's still a lot of construction going on, so it's going to continue to go. So I'll look forward to having a 5-minute long video next time to show the transformation of the city. But let me just start by giving you some statistics around the United Arab Emirates. So the population is only 10 million people, and you can see there the breakdown by each of the emirates that sit within it. That Dubai is the heaviest populated. Now, interestingly, of 10 million people, 88.5% of people that live there are expats. So these are people that have decided to make Dubai their home and move there and kind of raise their families there and work there, etc. And it's great. You know, it's fantastic for us as expats. You know, we've people bring a little bit of home with them, and you know, it's important that we have our home comforts whilst we're there. And the population growth, as you can see from the chart there, it took a huge climb in 2010, and this is where 2005, sorry, and this is where the country started to change. And you know, whilst 50 years ago it was a desert, and you've seen the journey of what it's gone through, it really has been that period where it started to grow significantly, and it will continue to do so. Now, the next country I want to talk to you around is around KSA. So this is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has a population of 36 million. And as you can see, the breakdown of the cities where the most populated. Interestingly, within Saudi Arabia, only 41% are expats. Now, if we fast forward a few years' time, these numbers are going to change significantly, and I'll come on to why shortly. And as you can see on there, the population growth across Saudi has been on a steady incline for many years now. Now, what's happening in the region? What's making the United Arab Emirates, Saudi, a popular destination? So some of the key highlights that we've had happening over the last couple of years, or announcements, or what's to come down the line, was Expo 2020. This came to Dubai. It didn't actually happen in 2020. It happened in 2022 because of COVID, but all the branding was up saying Expo 2020, so it remained that way around the city. COP28 is coming to Dubai next month. We obviously recently had the Football World Cup in Qatar. And Ronaldo, for any football fans, has obviously made the move to Saudi Arabia, and many other players have followed him there. The interesting part with Saudi Arabia is the vision that they're aiming for as a country, and this is their 2030 vision, and it's an ambitious plan by their government. Within this is around making Saudi Arabia a destination. They want to make it easier for international businesses to come and set up organizations there. They're really going on a push to attract many international organizations. And some of the projects they've got, and there's some very creative ones. The image at the bottom there next to Ronaldo is a project called NEOM. So this is the line. This is a 170-kilometer long structure, which is 200 meters wide and 500 meters high. It's going to be a 100% renewable city. There will be no cars, no roads, and the ideal over time is they will have 9 million people living within this city. Now think back, the population today is 33 million. They've got huge ambitious plans for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And recently they've announced that they've won the World Cup for 2034. There's a lot happening in the region. Lots of sporting events are happening in the region there. So it's becoming a destination for people to come across to the region. Now, when we look closer to Dubai, where I live, you know, what's making our population grow? What's making people want to move to Dubai? Well, it's a world full of comforts. You know, as a nation, we live on the beach. We've got lots of sand there, being a desert. But we have those comforts of, you know, we've got great education systems. We've got fine dining. We've got the ability to be super lazy. You know, if my car runs out of petrol, I don't need to drive to a petrol station. I can go on an app, and somebody will come and fill my car up for me within about 20 minutes. Similarly, if I want to order a pack of chewing gum, I can go onto an app and have it delivered to me within 20 minutes as well. So it's a market, it's a place where it's very appealing for people to come and move to Dubai. And it's a great place. You know, I raised my 2 children there, and the education system and the life that they have is fantastic. And that's what's wanting to make people move to the city. In addition to that, we have the boom in tourism, hospitality, and in the region. Traveler's choice. So this year, Dubai was voted the world's most popular destination and is the 4th most visited city. The UAE hospitality market is expected to reach 7.37 billion by the end of this year. The forecast over the next few years is that will grow to over 9 billion. So it's clearly growing considerably at that rate. Now, interestingly, in Q1 this year, we had 4.67 million visitors to Dubai during Q1. Our population is only 10 million. This is incredible for us. It makes the hotels are busier, the restaurants are busier, the coffee shops are busier, the beaches are busier, and unfortunately the roads are busier. There are over 9,000 branded coffee shops across the Middle East. It really is a growing market, and continually, I'll come on to shortly to showcase what's happening with regards to other brands coming in and the story behind them coming into the market. An interesting statistic is the occupancy rates within the hotels in Dubai this year are expected to reach 75.7%. That's what it was for the first 8 months of the year, sorry. Now, to give you an idea, the average across globally is 63%. So people are coming to Dubai. People are really seeing that as a region, and this is going to continue to grow as we go across time. Now, back in the 90s, we had the explosion of coffee shops coming into the region, with brands coming in through to more recent brands entering the market. It's becoming a real hub. Every time that we build a new development for housing, we build a new shopping mall. It's the number, I lose count of how many shopping malls we have now. But what's happening is the opportunity for branded coffee shops to come into the region. And there really is no sign of this slowing down. The numbers that we're seeing are absolutely crazy within the region. Now, in the around the mid-2000s was when specialty coffee made its way into Dubai and the UAE. And we were one of those partners that started to bring specialty coffee to the region. In 2017, there was the first UAE chapter of the SCA. And more recently, the World of Coffee happened in Dubai in 2022 and is planning on being there for the next few years and potentially moving around across the other Emirates as well. Now, what are we seeing from a business perspective? So there's over 615 coffee trading companies in Dubai alone as it is today. And with that, that's seeing an increase of over 147% year on year from the number of licenses that are being issued. Now, this is around a lot of homegrown businesses within the UAE are looking to set up coffee shops or set up roasteries within the region to meet the demand of the growing population. Education is becoming key within the UAE. The Brewers Championships, Brewing Championships, AeroPress Championships, the coffee events that are happening in the region. It's a growing phenomenon across it, and it shows it around the fact that we have circa 25,000 baristas based in the UAE. With that, we have 20+ institutes which are offering training for baristas and the budding stars of tomorrow within the coffee world. It really is a growing place. What about when it comes to the green bean world? So, in 2022, we had 50 million kgs of green imported into the UAE. Only 2% of that is exported from the country. So it shows that a lot, and this is growing, and you'll see from the next statistics here, that the year-on-year average increase is 33%. Obviously, during COVID, 2021 to 22, it doubled. So it's showing that increased demand that's coming into it. Now, what's happening from a perspective around what's being consumed in the home and what's being consumed out of the home? 7% is being consumed at home, whilst 93% is still being consumed out of home. The UAE is a location where, is a destination for people to go out and to explore the city, to have fine dining, to eat in fast food restaurants, quick service restaurants, to have coffee shop experiences. It's growing considerably, and as you can see from the numbers on the screen. So what's the coffee market outlook for the UAE and the region? So within Saudi, in 2023, the projections are that it will be over 1 billion will be made from sale of coffee in the kingdom. That's projected to nearly double by 2028. When we look around consumption around the UAE, the average person consumes around 3.5 kilos per year of coffee. Now, I'm a bit jet lagged because I traveled from Dubai the other day, and I've probably drank that much in the last 3 days. But anyway, it's showing kind of where we are as a country. If I bring it back to the UAE around coffee spend, $630 million have been spent annually at the moment, and this is going to be increasing at around an expected growth of 8.4% across the UAE between now and 2029. Coffee machine manufacturers. Projections this year for 51 million of sales across in 2023 across the UAE. Many of the global manufacturers are now setting up regional offices within the UAE. This is the demand of what they're seeing. So they're seeing what's coming down the line, and they're in the process of setting up solutions there. And across the UAE, we have over 4,000 cafes. This is just, I'm hoping with these numbers you're just getting a picture of kind of where we are today, and I'm hoping you're seeing where this is going from all the activities that are going on across the region. So, Dubai's cosmetic change. So at the beginning I shared a video with you which started as the desert, and I want to just share with you just very briefly, this is 2005. This was when our business first started. So as you can see, it's kind of gone from slight being the desert into what we see today, just 18 years later. So I shared that journey of 50 years across the developments, and this is what we're seeing now. Dubai is changing at a phenomenal rate. And what are we seeing as our business, from the Ludlow Coffee Group? So, Dubai is becoming a destination. The UAE is becoming a destination. Saudi Arabia will become a destination. People are more educated now around their coffee. People, it's no longer just asking for a black coffee. People are now asking, what origin is this from? How is it brewed? What's the brewing methods? Education is key. There is still the demand for specialty coffee. People are, everybody's doing it. There's businesses are setting up daily, as you saw from the number of licenses that are being issued around setting up roasting facilities. But as a business, what we're seeing the most is around people wanting freshness, people wanting consistency. And this is continuing, and this is where a lot of international brands have seen our business and kind of looking to us to roast locally for them in the market by having that ability to come to market immediately. The next big thing, probably not a lot of surprise for some people, and for some, cold brew is huge across the globe. It's not in Dubai yet. It's not in, it's there, but it's not really present yet. There's an exciting opportunity for cold brew to come to the region. We certainly have the weather, which helps, but the demand is coming. And if I take you back to the population growth of what we've got, we do have people that are coming from the US, from Australia, from Europe, moving to Dubai, and they're all wanting a bit of home. And this is the next thing that we're seeing that's going to be landing large within the UAE especially. So what does this mean for all of us? I think it provides huge excitement, huge opportunity, and I think we as a local brand in the UAE, it's great. We see lots of international brands moving into the UAE, into opening coffee shops, new roasters opening up. It's a world of opportunity, and I think it's an exciting journey that we're on, and I think I'm scratching the surface today of where we can be in the following years to come, and I think it's an exciting opportunity for all of us, and thank you very much for listening.